Hi, so today I'm going to show you guys how the neti pot works. Fantastic tool that everybody should own in their house, especially if you're looking to improve the quality and the longevity of your life. I am so big on everything that happens internally because we live in such an external kind of world. So the neti pot basically opens up your nose and your sinuses. I don't care if you have a deviated septum or a broken nose. I know a lot of guys who have done some jiu-jitsu and they got broken noses and they use the neti pot, and the neti pot is actually opens up their nose like nothing before. The other thing also is if you do have a deviated septum or a broken nose, I recommend you look up a Turkish haircut, or look for a rolfer, or you can do it yourself. They basically would get some oil, olive oil, sesame seed oil, and rub their fingers inside your nostrils, and then they work their way in there and they realign you. Although it's not exactly the most relaxing way, it's quite painful. So we can get a closer view over here. Alright, so essentially what I've done right now is I got my water in a nice little glass container. Glass is always good, better than plastic. And I heated it up, right? Now you can do this, my water's already filtered. It's Kangen water. But you can boil this if you're using sink water or any kind of regular water. Make sure you boil it for like 5 minutes, okay? Let it cool down a bit, because what we're gonna do next is we're gonna put this hot water inside the neti pot. So you don't fill it up don't fill it up completely, because you don't want to cause a bit of a it'll pour out basically if you fill it out completely. So you want to make sure that the water is still roughly around a hot temperature, because what you then do is I got this here, neti salt, Himalayan Chandra salt. It's not for eating, it's ionized salt. So this is like the really clean stuff. It's meant for cleansing purposes. So now, depending on the doses that you want, you're gonna get either hypertonic or isotonic. So isotonic is the small, and then hypertonic is the big. So I'll go hypertonic, and it's a heaping spoon. You pour it in there. Make sure you get it nice and in. You might cause a little bit of a mess, which is fine. Then after that, if your neti pot has a top, I recommend shaking the neti pot if it has a top. If you don't have a top, you get yourself a nice small spoon. And what you do is just kind of get some stirring action in there. Just nice and stirring. Now, after this, we're going to take this into the bathroom. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm going to do so you don't mess this up. Now, real quick, if you feel like your nose is already congested as it is, do not pop into the exercise. Do not pop into the neti pot right away. We got our neti pot. We put the salt inside. We heated up the water. We stirred it up. And now what you're going to do is basically you're going to shove this pot inside your nose. Like I was saying before though, you don't want to do this with your nose really stuffed. It won't work. What you need to do is make sure you have some air waves that you can breathe in through. So I recommend a light warm up. I recommend practicing breathing and try to get rid of any mucus that you might have inside of your body. So hack it out, cough it out, whatever it may be. But just make sure that your nose is you can breathe. Make sure you do that. And then another thing is make sure you have a napkin or some toilet paper. Now, you're going to grab this. You can also do this squatting, by the way, and I'll show you guys that in another video. You're going to grab this with 3 fingers, like so, or actually about 4, and your thumb. The pinky's not involved. And I'm going to shove this right inside my nose. The way I'm going to shove it is I need to make it so that the water is coming out the other part of my nose. So it's literally going to look something like that. All right? So I stick it in my head, I tilt, And I'm gonna make a nice airway passage like so. And you're gonna start noticing the water coming out of my. And then after this, if you see the water coming down on the other side of my nostril and not my mustache. Oh yeah. You're gonna make sure you spit out everything from your nose. So you're gonna do some strong exhales with your nose after this. Keep pouring, keep pouring. And that's about it. And then you can see all that stuff coming out of me. So get rid of all the excess water. And that's about it. And you'll notice I got some funky nose things coming out. But that's fine. So then after that, if you do one nose, you then obviously do the other side. So you would then get the neti pot and refill the water with the hot water that you have. So make sure it's about like 2 cups or a cup and a half. So immediate difference, obviously, because I shot the water inside this nose. This is the nose that got the effect. Now notice my nose here is a little congested. I can still breathe a little bit, but the next video would be I'll show you through this nose, and then you'll see that I can breathe just fine through this nose immediately. So I can't breathe right now, but then you'll see. So you can pause that. Yeah, that's it. And then after this, and that's about it. And then get yourself a nice napkin. And after that, practice some breathing exercises, and you'll notice just how different your sinuses get and how much you experience different things in life. I mean, so it's awesome. You fix the way you breathe, you change your life, and very awesome. Very, very amazing thing. That's basically